Hi everyone, and welcome to week 3 of remote instruction. So this week I'm just going to do a quick intro video. Hopefully this will cut back on the number of emails I'm getting so I can focus a little bit more on emails with more advanced types of questions. Um, when you guys log in for the week, obviously we know the first thing we do, well, when we first log in, we see the stream, okay? Just to kind of recap, there are not going to be any instructions on what to do necessarily in the stream. That's just communication. Um, I might give you a note or two on there, but all your classwork is located under classwork. If you guys remember from the last video, I talked to you guys a little bit about the important links and topics. There will be some links in here that you will be using this week, but let's focus on the intro to week 3. So by the time you guys see this, this will all be uploaded for you. Right now it is gray because I have it all scheduled to be released at 8 o'clock tonight, okay? But this is exactly what you will see, probably the order that you will see it, okay? So the first thing, and then the only other thing that'll be in there is this video. All right. So the first thing I need everyone to do is click on the lesson plan. I have noticed over the past 2 weeks that people are not reading the lesson plan. Okay. This lesson plan shows you exactly what you are responsible for doing for the entire week. Okay. So when you guys look at this, you will see that I have them separated by activity. This is the novel study. This is what you have to do and achieve. This is what you have to do with Moby Max. You will see that there is no Moby Max on week 3 because it is a shortened week. And then Google Meet. Really, for the most part, at least through April, these are going to be the only major things that we're working on is our novel study, Achieve, Moby Max, and Google Meet. Okay? So when you look on here, it tells you exactly what you're going to need to do, not in any particular order though. Okay, so keep that in mind. So you need to read chapters 3 and 4. You see that those are due by April 16th. That does not mean that that is the only assignment due, and that does not mean that that's the first time you'll be turning something in for the week, okay? That's just how it's organized on here. You will see that there's an Edulastic assignment that you will need to do. That's due on Friday, April 17th, okay? You guys scroll down, you will see that I always tell you the name of the article that you have to do. I've had a lot of kids email me asking, what's the name of the article? I could tell right away they weren't looking at the lesson plan. It does tell you in the lesson plan, okay? Um, I had a couple people email me this week asking, do we have to do the thought question? Again, if you guys look at the lesson plan, you will see that it says no thought question. Okay, so a lot of the times when I'm getting emails, and let me tell you guys, I'm getting about 250 to about 300 of them now a week. Okay, a lot of the things can be answered just by looking at here. You will see that you have work due on Wednesday. All right, all of your Achieve work is due on Wednesday this week, and there's something extra that I'm having you guys do this week for Achieve. I'm having you guys do a graphic organizer with the vocabulary in it. So my recommendation, click on this first because you can actually do this assignment simultaneously as you're doing this. It'll just save you some time. Okay, no big deal if you separate it. You'll just have to log back in to Achieve 3000 anyway. And then of course our Google Meet session is going to be on Tuesday from 1 to 1:30. It is a required session. However, again, if you can't actually physically attend the session, I give you that alternative assignment. All right. So that's the general idea of the lesson plan. You definitely want to take a look at that every single week, okay? In terms of the assignment, okay? The first thing that we're going to be doing this week is the virtual session. All right. I spoke about this earlier in the week. Let me just kind of scroll up and it kind of gives you some details. But each time that we meet for a virtual session, there will be a question that is our main focus. Why is the title of the novel called Flipped? And then you're going to choose one situation that both Bryce and Julie discuss and be ready to discuss why their recollection of the past is so vastly different. Okay. So I need you to read through that and be ready to discuss that when we meet. Note that if you cannot watch the live session, you have another assignment that you can do to receive points. You would watch the recording when it's uploaded. Of course, it's not going to be uploaded until about an hour after the live. And then you will respond to this question right here. You will see right now that there is no link attached. There's no link attached because I cannot actually give you the link until I start the session. Okay, so that'll pop up right here at like 12:59 or on Tuesday. So just be aware of that. Okay, moving on down the line, Achieve 3000. Okay, this is just the link in here. Again, it says see the lesson plan for the assignment. I only have it in here as a lesson so that when you're done, you can click um, turned in so that I know that you've done the work. It helps keep things a little bit cleaner for both of us, and then that way you know that you've done the work as well. Okay. The Achieve 3000 graphic organizer, that is different, okay? When you guys get into each Achieve 3000 read, you've probably noticed, especially if you are in my advisory class, that vocabulary words pop up. If you X out of them, no big deal because they're always on the right-hand side of the screen, but those vocabulary words are custom to your Lexile. So the vocabulary words that your friends have and the vocabulary words that you have might not be the same. This graphic organizer is already set up for you. Okay, everybody gets their own copy of it. You will see that it's to the same thing. All I'm asking you to do is do a little vocabulary work. Okay, you'll pick two of those vocabulary words and you'll type that. You'll erase this where it says edit text. You'll erase this and you'll write in my vocabulary word is whatever it is. Type that in. Okay. Um, every place where it says edit text, it just means that there's something that you can delete. You can delete that and actually give the definition. Now I'll tell you, definition is already done for you on the Achieve 3000 page. So the only thing, and I actually think a lot of this is done as well. If it's not, the thesaurus is really great to be used. When it's asking create a sentence using context clues, this is your personal sentence. You can put your word in a context maybe you would use every day, but just make sure that I could tell that you know the definition based on what you wrote. And then, of course, this is the sentence as it is used within the actual text that you're reading. Yes, I want you to put quotation marks around it and try to document it to the best of your capability. Okay? So that is that assignment. Vocabulary 1 would go here. Vocabulary 2 would go here. All right, moving on. Do you see how that's only going to take a few minutes to do? And I really do recommend you just having this up when you begin your Achieve 3000. It'll just make your life a little bit easier. But again, no big deal if you didn't realize that you had to do that. All right. Then, of course, you guys have your comprehension check chapters 3 and 4. Obviously, you must read chapters 3 and 4 before you do this, okay? This is not a link straight to the comprehension check. You actually have to log in. So, if I log in, obviously it's going to show up the teacher dashboard, but you'll see your dashboard. It might, say math or science or whatnot. You guys know the drill with this. And you can see that I've already assigned everybody all the class periods, the flipped chapters 3 and 4 questions. I believe there's 8 questions, 10 points. Let me tell you, I purposely not only read the chapters, but I also read all of the summaries that I could find online to make sure that my questions cannot be answered just by reading an online summary. Okay. I made sure that you had to actually read the full chapters 3 and 4 to be able to get a 100% on that quiz. Now, you might be able to answer a couple of them by reading the summaries, but you definitely will not be able to be as successful if you actually read the actual text. Okay. So that is what this week is going to look like for you. Like I said, everything right now is gray because I have it hidden from your dashboard right now because it is still week 2 technically as I'm doing this. But this will all be up here for you to look at as of Friday evening. Of course, I don't expect anybody to do any work on the weekend or on Monday, but some kids do like that information ahead of time. All right. So that is your intro. I will do my best to do an intro each week for you, but this should at least get you started. The only other thing I did want to show you is that when you are in your stream, on the left-hand side of the page, you should see what you have missing and what you have coming up. So today, you guys have flipped due and achieved 3000, excuse me, due. And then, of course, once I post all the other stuff, this is kind of like a quick look at what you have to do. If you guys have any questions, of course, you can respond to me. You can email me or whatnot. But again, please, please, please try to figure out the answers to some of these things on your own before you email. only reason why I say that is because I have so many emails coming in. I don't want to accidentally lose a very important email for something that you could have easily answered yourself by looking up a lesson plan. Okay? I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you guys next Tuesday.